Hi, this is Shira Rubinoff. I'm here in Dubai. I'm here with Mohammed. Mohammed, welcome.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself to our audience. Tell them who you are and what you do.
Thank you very much for having me. My name is Mohammed Mahfoudh. I'm a founder and CEO of DECA4 Advisory, DECA4 Blockchain Advisory. We're a boutique advisory company based in the UAE, specializing in the blockchain industry and focusing specifically on the concept of tokenization and security token offering, which is a method to allow companies to raise money or manage shareholders, for example, using the blockchain in a very simplified, in a nutshell.
Perfect. So we talk about the advancement of technology in many different ways, and we see certainly in the last number of months due to COVID-19, the technology had advanced in, they say, a series of 7 years or so, and we're seeing the future of work look even brighter when it comes to advancement of technology. Can you talk to us a little bit about the areas that you see technology advancing in ways and speed that you didn't think so that would happen so quickly?
Great, yeah, I mean, definitely during this year, and interesting you mentioned COVID-19 because beginning of the year and during the early stage of the pandemic, things of course were slow, but immediately, many things moved digital, as if the whole world now is now more connected using, the online tools. Also, another thing that moves digital and online is the fundraising and shareholders management.
More of like crowdsourcing.
Yes.
Crowdfunding, yeah.
Similar to crowdfunding. Now, the blockchain technology, without diving into the complexity of the technology, it provided a better way to create a representation of securities or financial instruments in a trusted technology environment that we believe will move the crowdfunding, which is currently very localized and very small, into a bigger scale, with the technology allowing a better and easier management of money, management of shareholders, so things can become easier. And COVID-19, luckily for us, I don't want to sound in a wrong way, it actually accelerated the people, I wouldn't say adoption, but the people interest. So we're seeing lots of interest in the digital securities or the tokenization. People now are thinking, yes, even investment can be cross-borders, things can be done online. Not only we have a meeting, but we could invest in I'm sitting in this country, I could invest in a project in a different country. So the reach is far
greater as well, as we talk about, but also the interest, you're able to gather more interest than wouldn't have beforehand.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So for us, for example, we're a UAE-based company. Our clients are from all over the world. Our investors base is from all over the world, which is I think blockchain definitely is something that is happening and made it happen, but the pandemic also created opportunities in this type of industry.
Sure. So that being said, when we're looking forward to the future of work and tokenization and the different areas of blockchain when it could help with what's called crowdfunding or being involved in other technologies that couldn't, where do you think the biggest pain points and area of entry is going to be for people themselves, but organizations as a whole?
Okay, now the concept of tokenization is basically creating a piece of code in a blockchain environment, and that code can be transferred easily from one person to the other person. However, when we tokenize an asset, such as an equity in a company or a real estate, I cannot just send it from my wallet to yours. I need to do some sort of check, which is the KYC, the AML.
Yes.
And then others later on, like, maybe this investment requires an accredited investor, whatever the requirement is. So for this to become much widely used, that technology needs to mature. So today we have lots of KYC, AML providers, independent companies, automated. What we are seeing is more and more automation in that industry.
Sure.
That is one. Ability to manage, the representation of the assets and the investment in a much more smooth, way in the technology. So more of, technology focus on the KYC, AML, accreditation management, investors management, and the representation of the assets using the technology. Now, crowdfunding, I mean, this is a method of crowdfunding, it could be, but crowdfunding using current traditional technology and limited in terms of the volume and the local and the localization.
Right.
Tokenization will cross these borders.
Yes. So when you talk about that in terms of how it crosses the borders and opens up to other types of investments and other types of people that can gain interest into it, what would be something that might hold somebody back from actually doing this?
Okay, if I'm a company doing it, there is, the complexity of the process is something that holds back people.
Sure.
Currently, although the technology and the industry is at the beginning, there are so many, it's fragmented, let's put it this way.
Very much so,
me as an
yeah.
issuer, I have so many things to pick from, and it's very confusing. So that is one. Then the complexity of the regulation, or sometimes the regulation is not complex, but there's a stigma and a confusion about what it means. So that's also another area.
Sure.
If I'm an investor, it's a bit cumbersome for me to join and participate in the investment. So I need to register on a platform. I need to do the KYC, submit my documents. So that process, sometimes people like, it's not worth it for me to put a small investment.
Time, yeah.
And I will do it in a bigger scale, or I'm working with broker dealers. So what we're seeing, change in that direction to accept more and more people joining it.
Very interesting. No, thank you very much for sharing your knowledge with us today. And I'm sure our audience has learned a lot today.
Thank you very much.
Hello from Dubai.